Hey, it's me, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Hey, check out my new tag team, baby, Monty and the Pharaoh.
Hey, Jimmy, don't forget to tell them about Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast.
Well, you know what, I would, but you already did it.
You've got the future Hall of Famers, Out Rocker, Marty Jannetty, MJ in the house, and I'm sitting here with two more future Hall of Famers, Monty and the Pharaoh. We're doing that stuff and we gonna rock it.
And Monty and the Pharaoh. Oh, is it Monty and the Pharaoh?
Yeah. Monty and the Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh. Duh.
I'm having a wonderful time with Monty and the Pharaoh, and I'm gonna put him in a crossface and he's gonna go down right now. Yeah.
Hey! Nikita Koloff, the Russian Nightmare! And you're watching the #1 show on Long Island with Monty and the Pharaoh.
You can't have your opinion about any of this stuff except on this show. That's why I love this show.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monty and the Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Music TV, out of Ronkonkoma, Long Island. Prayers go out to the family of Bobby Eaton. We lost Bobby Eaton yesterday. I don't know, some tough stuff. Thoughts on Bobby Eaton there, Pharaoh?
Well, as you know, this is because the Pharaoh usually doesn't spend very much time on the internet at all. I was just basically told by you and our guest, Mustafa. So I have just found out. Horrible, absolutely horrible. I think Bobby Eaton, if on a wrestling opinion, it was very underrated, in my opinion. My God, he was one of the greatest tag teams that ever existed in this business. Bobby Eaton had a tremendous personality. I love watching him. I always enjoy the old matches. I always go back and watch the old classic matches. And, some wrestlers grow over the years like a fine wine. As you watch them, you appreciate them more. You start to notice other things about them like, wow, I didn't pick that up when I was younger. Bobby Eaton's one of them, man. This is one of the all-time greats, especially in the tag team specialists of the world. This is a big loss. This is a big loss.
Bobby Eaton falls in the category of like just the guy that was always solid. Remember, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing I always remember the most growing up watching Bobby was the Midnight Express music when the Midnight Express used to come out.
You love a good intro, don't you?
How cool was that?
It was amazing, and he had it. I'm sorry. He had it then, I mean, it's grown with me over the years how much of an it factor he has, but he always had it. What a great in-ring wrestler, too. Just perfect. And to me, the focal point of the team, always. They were, Midnight Express had more than one, incarnation. So, but man, oh man, Bobby Eaton, rest in peace, brother. What a legend.
Random thought?
Mm-hmm. Random thought? I get worried when
I got a little random thought. I was thinking about this today, right?
You were thinking? That's
Should the
scary
original
already.
MTV VJs be in the Rockin' for Old Hall of Fame?
Wow.
Mark Goodman, Martha Quinn, Alan Hunter, J.J. Jackson, Nina Blackwood.
As a group?
As a group.
You damn Skippy. Absolutely. As a group? Yes. Absolutely. What, the MTV VJs were not part of something that changed how we look at music? My God, what an impact. And J.J. Jackson alone, just on cool factor. In. Nina Blackwood, just on I'm 14 and oh my God, she's so hot. In. Alan Hunter, just because of the fact that he was in fashion wearing the mask in the David Bowie video. In. Who else we got here? Martha Quinn. How could she not be in? She's the girl next door. Boy, by the way.
Did you knock one out to Martha Quinn?
Did I knock one out to Martha Quinn? No, Nina Blackwood, I used to sprain my wrist. Why? How about you? Did you knock one out to Martha Quinn?
Absolutely.
How about Martha Quinn and Nina Blackwood?
Double-fisted.
What if Mark Goodman walks in and ruins the whole thing?
Well, I'll knock one out.
You're
to Mark
still
Goodman.
finishing.
I'll finish up.
Well, interesting. You like guys with curly hair, huh?
I go both ways.
All right, Mark Goodman, you're in the Hall of Fame too.
We want to welcome pro wrestling great Mustafa. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Man, no problem, man. Glad to be here, man.
We lost New Jack recently, and knowing you were coming in, obviously it's a great time to get to speak with you about New Jack. You know, the man. I personally was a ECW. You know, from the last time you guys were here, I'm sure I said it then too. ECW was my favorite company. It was my favorite company back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, I absolutely. It felt like it was my company. This was the company I rooted for, and it felt so. It was the one for me. And Jack and you were one of my favorites, and I'm still not processing his being gone. Can you give me your thoughts on where you were when you heard, and how you were feeling, and how you're feeling now, and some memories of Jack for us, please?
Believe it or not, I was at a gym, and one of the guys that worked there, he said, "Man, New Jack is gone," and so I was shocked. You know, shocked, and not because we all gonna go one day. I'm not saying that, but we still had a long way to go as far as projects and stuff together and things like that. And I knew the Jerome Young side. See, you know, a lot of people see New Jack, the one where he want to stab you, you know. but I knew Jerome Young side where, you know, he said, you know, when we decided to tag, he said, "Mustafa, you got to do this. You know, you get buy these boots, and we need this. You know what I'm saying? The stuff you need for the tag team, and that was all his gimmick. That was all his gimmick. Mustafa Saeed is in for money. You know what I'm saying? I'm in to make money. And Jack, but we happened to be friends because we were doing things before we wrestling. So I got to know the Jerome Young side, and then when they seen the New Jack side, no, don't get me wrong, he used to get pissed off at me.
Okay.
But would it be a real tag team? Would it be a successful tag team at all if you wasn't mad at each other? You know, and I miss him. I really miss him, man. We had a real good laughs. Man, I ain't never laughed that hard. I think I did enough laughing for 10 lifetimes with him. So forget what everybody else see. He did a lot of stuff for the money. So if he says, "Oh, talk about Paul Lee," you know, and he had legit to say about him, but you know, it make money, yeah. He'll go out and explain. Say something about Mustafa. Say something about D-Lo. You know, and he
Giving
was saying
the audience what they want to hear. Right?
Yeah, and people go, "Man, he's mad at you." Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So next thing you know, and I'm calling him on the phone, and we talking. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't call him because of that. You know, we was talking. "Hey, Mustafa, we got a show on the East Coast, man. You need to get ready, man." And you know, that's what he would do.
You know, not that you would know this, and I'm just purely out of my speculation and some things I heard. Was his heart attack brought on by use of drugs at the time doing it, or was it just that his heart had enough from some of the stuff he was doing before? Do you know anything about that at all?
You know, I think that when it's your time, it's your time. I've been in the military, so I was standing in formation. They make 3 or 4 guys stand in front of the line. He said, you're gone. Now what you guys gonna do to watch the rest of these people's back? So the reality was, I knew that I didn't think that far into it, but it just hurt me when I sat in the room. I didn't leave the room for a good probably 24 hours. Just staying in my own room there, probably 24 hours.
In the weeks that have passed since, have you found yourself looking at your Rolodex, maybe going, you know, maybe I'll give Jack a call, and then
yeah, I catch myself doing that. I catch myself doing that. About to text him. You know, things like that.
Where do you feel his legacy lies? What would you say if you were to write the obituary for his career, and where would you place him? How would you describe his wrestling career?
Oh, it'd be like Clubber Lang, pain.
Clubber Lang.
Yeah. Because with it was, he showed the reality of how wrestling could be. But he also showed that he could wrestle.
Yes.
He could wrestle.
Yes,
but
he
he
could.
didn't He chose to do the latter, and that was his prerogative.
You think it was the style of wrestling or the matches? Because you know how much your good friend pushed his body. Do you think that had something to do with his?
Well, you adjust to you can't do some of the stuff that you did 10, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And when you think back, when you look back at somebody didn't make no sense to do it. You know, no matter how much money you was making.
Did you ever try to talk to him, or back in the day about, hey, you might want to not jump 30 feet, keep it at 20?
Well, he was like this. Hey, don't you think? I would say something. I'm telling you to slow down a little bit. Nah, I'm a drug addict too, and trying to tell him. But anyway, at that time, and then and I don't knock that. I'm gonna tell you one thing though. I'm getting off subject just a little bit. Weed is not a bad thing for people.
Agreed.
Okay, we will get back on that subject later.
Okay.
But back to I used to tell him. He said, "Mustafa, I'm good." I said, "All right, I'll leave him alone." Every time I would say, "Jack, you don't have to do that. You got the popularity.
You're over, man. You're over. Take it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You bouncing, man. You got more bounce to the ounce, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's how he is.
Right. Oh. Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
What are your thoughts?
Wow. Hit it.
Until we stop killing each other.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna get in. You know that's a gimmick. You know a lot of that stuff is a gimmick.
Gimmick.
You don't care about it.
Interesting.
It's like Lance Armstrong. I'm clean, man. I'm clean. I won them 7 Tour de France's.
How does it make you
feel? 2 houses later, somebody got 2 big old mansions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it really mattered, didn't it?
How does it make you feel?
About Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, about it being a gimmick in your opinion. How does that make you feel?
They
can't be happy
make your
about
money.
it.
People give the money up voluntarily. You know, but it is some legitimate stuff that's going on. And but come on now, it's a crooks. You got your crooks in it.
Right.
It's a crooks in everything. It's even in them children's hospitals. Okay, it's crooks in everything. So when they get caught, Matt, you can be mad at me if you want to, but when they get caught, Mustafa said that.
Yeah, don't say you didn't warn them.
Right. Some people gonna get busted, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A lot of people not doing what you think.
I'm sure.
And then the privacy of what you feel, you can't really say anymore because, like, you see what happens. A lot of people lose sponsorships and all kind of. I don't even worry about that, but a lot of people lose sponsorships. You can't have your opinion about any of this stuff except on this show. That's why I love this show.
There you go.
Thank you know what I'm saying?
Well, so much for freedom, though, when you think about it. So much for freedom
what
of speech.
Is that?
So much for it.
What is that?
Bro, why are pro wrestlers dying?
Wow.
At such an early age.
Please.
Look, I understand death, and you said when your time is your time.
Yeah, but what's going on?
But it seems
in this
to be
business?
Again, 70's not young.
Spotlight. If y'all got cut off from what y'all doing, what you gonna do? If you can't do this no more, say the feds ran in through here right now and say you can never run a show again. What your life will be like after that?
Wow.
Have you thought about that before? And I'm not saying that's going to happen.
Are you?
I hope not.
But you see what I'm saying?
Mustafa, you're saying that for a lot of these
spotlight
after it ends, it's just depressing and it weighs on them.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm not saying that you're wrong with your question.
No, I'm just.
It's the spotlight. Think about it. You worked so hard. You was in the dark.
Right.
You was in the dark.
Right.
You wrestled. You learned this craft in a barn. I learned in a barn.
Okay.
In a wrestling ring.
Okay.
Okay, with Gene Anderson.
Good company.
He kicked my ass all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Good company.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So NWA Nelson Royal.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't like nobody. I ain't like him too much, but he was good people. You see what I'm saying? Still good people. But you in a barn, man, by yourself. Then all of a sudden you in front of 15,000, 10,000 people. You on a pay-per-view and all this kind of stuff.
Traveling
and then
country to country.
Then all of a sudden, whoop,
gone. Yeah.
It's something. And there's a lot of guys not built for producing. A lot of guys not built for. These are real pro wrestlers. This is all they know.
Right.
This is all they can do.
So how does Mustafa handle this then?
Great question.
Well, Mustafa's a special kind of guy, man. You know what I'm saying? When I seen it, what did it for me was my grandfather said you can do whatever you put your mind to, you know. So even if you get good at one thing, you can be better at another thing. So I never thought about it like that. And it does hurt now. Don't get me wrong. It does hurt when you stop for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And but that's because that's all you know. But deep down inside, I knew more than that, and I didn't let it get to me, like that. You know what I'm saying?
What were the sort of things you discovered after when you did stop? For
Well, what you find out is you got to help other people. Other people need you bad. In the wrestling business. I do a weightlifting club. Things like that. These people really need you. Some of the guys and girls don't have a daddy at the house, don't have a mama at the house. Some of them adopted. You know what I'm saying? They looking at you like, and they trust you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't break that. Like when you running a business, like the way Vince is running the business, Vince is the best business mind you ever gonna see in professional wrestling.
Oh, sure, he's the prototype.
Even in business, period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's one of the best.
Yep.
So these other people can them all they want to.
Vince McMahon's an American hero, man.
Yeah,
He's
love
an
him.
American
Come on, man.
hero.
I love
He
Vince
is.
McMahon.
He is.
I will always
They
love
can say what
Always
they
love
want.
him.
I ain't gonna I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm a kisser, but I admire what he did.
You know what he's
does
done.
because look at all those guys that he employed. Look at all the guys he employed.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
He brought it to a whole
And then-
other level.
Tell us about Bobby Eaton.
Oh, yeah.
Your thoughts on Bobby?
Well, I met Bobby at WCW, so Bobby, we wasn't no friends or nothing like that. Bobby would tell me certain things. Hey, Mustafa, that was, a little bit, and he helped me a little bit. Then he would just walk on. He didn't talk a whole lot, but he would say something to me and then walk on. And there's always some guys back there. Stone Cold helped me.
Nice.
WCW.
Nice.
A few other guys. Jody Hamilton. Jody Hamilton gave me my name.
Right.
And we were talking, and he said, Jody was like, "Damn, kid, you sometime, but you're getting better."
This poor
You know what I'm
man.
saying? But see, that make me feel good. That's the kind of coaching I'm used
Okay.
to. I was brought up, get cussed out, you go back out and do what you're supposed to do. My dad was my basketball coach.
I'm big time into WWC. I've always been fascinated with the territory, and of course you were champion there at one point back in the day. Were you coming off what happened with the great Bruiser Brody? Were you worried about working down there when you got the call? Like, did you think about that sort of thing? Was there an unsafe shadow hanging over Puerto Rico, and could you trust Cologne?
Oh, you being nice. What you asking me? Did I have a shank? Yeah, I did.
There we go.
There you
I
go.
didn't realize I had to say, bro, did you bring weapons? I mean, were you worried?
Did I have a shank?
Okay.
I had a shank, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
How did
there
you?
was no doubt about it. I get it where some guys say, I can't believe that people would go down there and still work for Cologne and things like that. But I had a personal vendetta to get down there.
Interesting.
And the work the territory, and I went to every projects, and they real. When you're doing drugs, man, and I'm hitting the beach, I'm working out, I'm hitting the gym, I get high. This is what I do. Drink a case of beer before the wrestling match. You sweat it out by the time you get there. It's so damn hot in Puerto Rico.
Right.
So I wrestle, I go work out, go to a bar, drink up some more, get high, wake up that morning, run on the beach, then go lift weights, get high again. That was my schedule.
I would have definitely
You see what I'm saying?
That would have been fun.
And I worked out all the time.
Like that? Yeah.
And I still do.
That. Go get some babes.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Can you get a little bit? Let's go to the
Killer.
beach.
Can I have a
get
shank?
some beers.
Can you get me a shank?
Oh, dude.
Dude, this is awesome.
But you
I
said
gotta
you
have
had
a
you said
shank
you had a
now.
personal vendetta. Like, what was the
Yeah,
vendetta?
Well, the personal vendetta was to go down there and succeed. Succeed
okay.
and do the things. I was
Kind of
TV
on your own type of thing. Like,
TV
I can
champion.
do this on my own.
Right.
That's
right.
I got you.
TV champion, tag team champions.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And Carlos I didn't have no problem with Carlos. Carlito was down there.
I love Carlito.
His other brother. And everybody. We got along. Maybe I wrestled Jose.
Okay. Okay.
And
So you
but
did
didn't have no
wrestle
problem.
Jose.
Any personal feelings about Mr. Jose, Mr. Invader?
Man, when you overstep your boundaries and stuff, you don't stay in your lane, things happen.
Okay. Okay.
That's all I can say about that. Things happen. You know.
Do you think the Colognes knew? I mean, you know, you were down there. Not that.
Come on,
I
man,
mean,
come on.
You know,
Yeah, I mean.
I mean, you know, most
in
people
Puerto
won't even
Rico,
ask this
everybody-
question, but I'm asking it. You know,
In Puerto Rico, I'm gonna say this.
I mean, it's almost like asking who shot
Camacho
JFK in
got
this
killed.
business, you know?
Camacho got killed down there.
Right. Right.
That tells you
Right. Something's up. Something's
that
up.
you will get killed down there.
Yeah, you get.
If you don't know somebody that knows somebody, see, I spoke Spanglish. To get into a project.
Okay.
If I didn't speak in the project, because you know there's real drug boys, man.
Oh sure.
All down there.
Oh, sure.
And so you walk into a place, you get shot right away.
Yeah.
If dead in the face, they shoot you dead in the face.
Well, I
that's
think
it. But I survived because I knew somebody that knew somebody.
And I think your statement, stay in your lane, you're fine.
Stay in
Get
your
out of your
lane.
lane.
Interesting.
You might get shanked in the shower. Right?
You can get it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if he even had an idea, I guarantee he wouldn't have went in that shower.
Rob Van Dam has been put in Vince's Hall of Fame. What were your thoughts when you heard about Rob Van Dam going into Vince's WWE Hall of Fame?
I mean, he deserved it, man.
Yeah.
You know, I can't knock that. RVD, cool, man. You know.
Yeah, what was your relationship like with him back in the day?
Oh man, we get high every day.
I was gonna say you're already a lot. The stars are aligned here.
Yeah. We get high every day, man, and you know, he work out, I work out, go get high again, and go to the show, and keep it.
What was your relationship with Bubba Ray Dudley? Better yet, what kind of person was he in real life?
Interesting.
I'm not a big fan of his, just so you know. He just
Bubba
twists
Ray,
me the wrong way.
Me and Bubba Ray was cool. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think that some guys, I'm not putting them in the category of this, but I'm just telling you, from watching the past, I'm talking about going back where it was Harley Race, all the way back to Buddy Rogers.
Sure.
Some guys don't know it's a work. Some guys they shoot. They have the shoot side of them, but some guys don't know this is a work. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We working to make money. Right. I'm not here to break your neck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not here to hurt you. We need to draw money. You know, we're not here to do that. We know what we could do to each other. You know, if we could, but come on.
So is it basically like, you know, get over yourself kind of situation?
Well, I'm gonna say it like this: some guys that get belts,
yeah,
they really think they got the belt.
Oh boy!
I didn't mark out on anybody.
Okay.
You know, I'm be honest with you. I didn't mark out on anybody. I admire people.
Okay.
You got to eat now. This ain't marking out now.
Right.
If you mark out, you starve.
Who earned your highest level of admiration in those days? You walked into the locker room and you says, "Oh, damn. Okay. Was there someone?"
Nobody. I would say. The person who took the time out to like give me talks at times was Stone Cold, and then Ron Simmons.
Wow.
Ron Simmons gave me a good talking to in WCW. You know, I do have big respect for Ron. Maybe Ron too. You know, and Steve.
Mustafa, the fans only knew New Jack, you know, as the gimmick that they saw on television. Can you tell us who was New Jack the person? Just so the fans have an idea of who Jerome was as a person.
He was a caring person, a real dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kick it, and we was always into something. I ain't gonna, say what we was, what we was always into, but he was good people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a kind of dude that watch out for you, and you didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying? That was Jerome. You know what I'm saying? New Jack was a totally different person. You know what I'm saying? But that was the money side. That was the money side to get you money. You know what I'm saying? But Jerome was good. He believe it or not, he was good people. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are are saying different things, about me and him or whatever. I don't care. You know what I mean? But we had fun, man. We had a lot of fun.
And on August 14th, Mr. USA Tony Atlas will be back in studio, friend of the show, at 5 p.m. And Tony's got something called Boston on his mind.
Oh my God! Is this guy? Are we going to be talking about whaling?
Have you ever heard of the Boston Wrestling Channel?
I heard of it. I watched it a few times.
Okay, so tell me, what are your thoughts on that big fat whale that interviews wrestlers?
I think that
You think he's fat? I get that.
Yeah.
I think he's a whale.
And sometimes I feel like he exposes the wrong things out of those guys.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
give me some
He
examples.
exposes-
This is
But-
just
but
another
listen,
legend.
You
Just
know
got serious in
about
here.
Tony. About Tony.
Yeah.
Jack had some things to say about Tony Atlas. We everybody don't get along, but what I'm saying is, Tony, he exposed stuff on Tony that Tony he didn't really have to tell people that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it helped people. I get that. Had Matt Bourne when he was living on there, had him say some stuff, and I was looking like, is that what you want, the garbage side of the
Thank
game
you.
all the time?
Thank you.
Or do you want what makes wrestling what it is? How has it survived all these years?
Sure.
Through everything. This thing done survived the COVID.
That's right.
There you go.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? That people don't understand that wrestling is a teaching skill that you if you look at it the wrong way, go back and do some of the old promos. Go back and listen to some of the old promos where people got jumped or things. Me and Jack, we had a feud. Mm-hmm. Jack was hot.
That was great, by the way.
Well,
That was
it was
great
hot.
feud. I
And I was about to stick up Paulie for that money that we did that on that promo.
That was.
I was about to stick him up. We was on the side of a building. Could have knocked him in his head. But it's just the fact of the matter is that go back and do some of the old promos and just see. Don't look at some of this newer stuff because these guys ain't mad enough. See what the way to do it. The way to do it with some of the guys. If they did it where. Because a lot of them lose girlfriends. They can't keep a woman.
Right.
So, they don't know how to keep it up. I don't know what the problem is. But what I'm saying is,
That's great.
it's that you should compare it to losing a girlfriend. Bills coming in. You got to pay rent. God damn, how many bills I'm going to have in one time. You got to compare it to that and then take it out on that guy.
So overall, though, from what I'm getting from you, is you hate that fat whale as much as I do.
I don't too much care for him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like he's humiliating. He humiliates.
He's trying to
legends.
humiliate because what it is, man. If he had ever stepped into a ring, I'm just saying. If he had
you'd have a
job
pothole
or
in the
whatever,
ring. What are you talking about?
He would show those guys more respect.